Chris Brown. Chris Brown has just dropped a remix to Monalisa, the popular song that came out last year by SARS and La Joya. Is it La Joya? Yeah. So drops this new remix, and I tell you, this thing, he has created a new Afrobeat sound. I won't give him the sole credit for this because Beyonce has a lot to do with it, but let's talk about it. So I'm going to play the song first, and then we'll go from there. All right.
Monalisa, I go sweep you off your feet. What up, what's up? She said, make some time for me, time for me. See for this like me and you tap like hush for me. We walking next there. Please show them your best. Baby, hope you know you light to my day. Girl, you know you're all that I need. Give me your love, you can't run away. I can't deny. One back of my.
All right, I just wanted to play a few seconds of it, but you see what he did there? So what makes Afrobeats stand out is its authenticity to Nigerian culture and the Nigerian sound. And when it comes to Nigeria, what you're going to see is there are fewer artists that have vocal training and who are trained classically. So because of the grassroots nature of Afrobeats, because of the grassroots nature of music in Nigeria, people don't have formal training, right? And that shows in their music and their sound. Now, when you look at someone like Wizkid, when you look at someone like Burna Boy, they have now developed formal training. So what they do with their voice is really dynamic and really unique. And that's why they just sound like, that's why Burna Boy is a Grammy winner. That's why Wizkid, I believe he's a Grammy nominee. So they do have formal training, and they found a way to stick to their original sound through a formal training, sound as well. So they've merged the two, but they've stuck to their original sound. When you look at someone like Chris Brown, he has a very classical R&B voice. Classical R&B pop vocals. Beyonce is the same. Now, when it comes to training, I think I would say that Chris Brown and Beyonce have, spent more than 10,000 hours on their voices and their vocal abilities, right? So let's just say, even compared to the Burna Boy and the Wizkid, they are very much more classically trained in the way that they use their voice. But what makes this song, this remix, this sound that Chris Brown has developed so unique, and I believe it's the new sound that we're going to see coming out of Afrobeats, is that he uses that classical training with a Nigerian accent and pronunciation. Notice the little nuances. The way that he said, "What's up?" He didn't say "What's up?" He said, "What's up?" And one thing about musicians, one of their key talents is they're able to mimic. They're able to mimic sounds. They're able to mimic accents, typically, especially when they're singing. And so he was going at this at first, in the first part of the verse, because he kind of transitions back to his comfort zone, his American sound at the end of the verse, by the end of the verse. But at the beginning of the verse, he sounded like a Nigerian. I'm going to play this again so you guys can really catch the reference here. So.
Monalisa, I go sweep you off your feet. What up, what's up? She said, make some time for me, time for me. See for this like me and you tap like hush for.
You see that? He sounds very much so like a Nigerian in the first part of that verse. And what that tells me is that he's now paving a new sound for Afrobeats. He's doing something different. Now, I just want to conclude this by saying, where do we go from here? Who's going to be inspired? What is next? I think that if people, first of all, I've said this so many times, and I say it in my, I do these consulting, one-on-one consultations with musicians. Guys, if you want a consultation, go to my website, link down below. But I explain to them how the fastest way for you to get attention right now in music, in the entertainment industry, and for you to blow overnight is if you incorporate Afrobeats into your sound. If you create Afrobeat songs. And here's the thing about that. It has to be authentic at the same time, because people are gonna disrespect you online if you give us some bullshit. I know I don't want to swear, damn. But if you give us some crap, Nigeria's gonna, you see what they did to Beyonce on Twitter. You see what they did to Justin Bieber. We just don't let anyone just come and take our sound, because one thing about Nigeria, when you look at all the other African countries that were colonized, we are like one of the only countries that didn't allow them steal our culture. We didn't let them whitewash our culture, because we're very proud. We're very arrogant about our culture, and we are not going to let it be whitewashed. Now, Nigeria has a certain way that we like things done, and so we're going to sniff it out. If it doesn't sound authentic, people are going to sniff it out, and they're going to call you out, and they're going to disrespect you. So it has to have an authentic Nigerian sound. And I can tell from this song, Chris Brown was in the studio with a true Nigerian who walked him through how to pronounce those things, right? But unfortunately, I feel like it wasn't consistent, and he didn't deliver all the way through. He transitioned very quickly back into his American traditional Chris Brown sound. But I think my point here is, if you can have those classical vocals over a Nigerian accent in your music, that is a new sound that nobody is doing. And I want to bring Beyonce out because she actually started it in a way, with her Black is King, that was the album, or is it The Gift? But she started it, Black is King, the Disney movie. She started it, and I think she's a pioneer in that. But still, there's something about what she delivered that just wasn't as developed or honed as what Chris Brown has just done in the first few lines of this song. And I think people should pay attention to that and try and dive into that sound in the first, 3-4 lines of this song. Dive into that. That is an opportunity that people can use to create exceptional music. But anyway, those are my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. Leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, all the above. My name is Kenim, and see you next time.